हाँ, भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम
सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार,
योगी राम सूरत कुमार,
जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम।
राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम।
राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम राम। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार,
Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. It is by His gracious blessing that we have all been able to gather here again, day after day after day, for 2.5 years. How is it possible? But for His grace that we have all gathered and sung His powerful divine name for 1 hour. It's with deep gratitude, in celebration of His grace, we have offered it at His lotus feet. Now, before the submission of our today's prayer, we shall see what Bhagwan had to say about the self-control, the discipline that accompanies the Nama chanting or any sadhana for that matter. Without discipline of the mind, it's very difficult to focus on the divine. Swami Vivekananda says that the self-control, disciplining the mind is very, very important. And then somebody asked him, why should we discipline at all? Why should we follow the righteous instructions from the divine? And Swami Vivekananda goes on to say, the other religions have an answer, and they say that because those virtues have been instructions, commandments from the divine, and therefore we have to follow, that one should lead a virtuous life to go near God. But Swami Vivekananda says, the Hindu religion says, there is this law of karma. If you do only karma and not dharma, you will have to face the consequences. If it is a mere karma, and if it sometimes turns into bad karma, you will have to face the consequence accordingly. But if your every karma is dharma, then you will automatically develop the virtues. The virtues accompanied by the Nama chanting, the disciplined life, will get us very quickly there. Then Swami Vivekananda goes on to say, even that is conditioned. Because now you are afraid that if you do any bad karma, you'll have to face the bad consequences. And therefore you resort to the discipline and self-control. And then he says, there are no conditions. We know that we had all originally come from the divine. Bhagwan says, my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. What does it mean? It is Father who has become everything and everyone. It is Father who has created the whole cosmos in the first place, and it is Father who has become all the creatures, that includes the Homo sapiens, the human beings. And it is Father who is running the whole cosmos, and so meticulously, with such order and harmony, with its infinite details. What supreme intelligence. And then Swami Vivekananda says, the virtues are natural expressions of our original state. What is our original state? The pure awareness, the purity of the heart, where there is no fear, there is no anger, there is no sorrow over anything, there is no desire for anything at all, because there are no others, there is nothing else. If there are only two, one can desire the other, one can fear the other, one can have sorrow over something that happens to the other. And therefore, he says, the very expression of your Atma or Paramatma, which is our original state, if it should take expression at all, then it has got to be a virtuous one. So the virtues, what we call Kalyana Guna. Sri Rama had all that Kalyana Gunas. The virtues, they are the natural expressions. They are not conditioned by the law of karma. There is no fear. You have to obey. Otherwise, you'll be punished by God. No such thing is involved. When you advance in spiritual life, the virtues automatically develop. Because the virtues are the natural expressions of the divine. And that is why Sri Rama had all those Kalyana Gunas, the auspicious virtues. No condition, like the Western philosophy. Everyone is free. And this Dharma is taught by our elders right from the beginning of our life. Now of course everything has changed. Everybody is westernized and the Western culture is slowly taking root. But when you look upon the wisdom, the great wisdom of the ancient rishis, we see that it's a very natural life, and discipline and self-control are in the very nature of the human being. Now why do we have to discuss all this? Because Bhagwan said, when you chant the name of God, you have to observe certain virtues as well. One main thing is not to lie on any account. You cannot lie and then chant the name with the same tongue. Nor should you shout at people, nor should you abuse people. You cannot chant the name with the same tongue, the same breath. So he says, do not hurt anybody by word or action. Ahimsa, non-violence, has to first express itself in our words and then in actions. One should not hurt anybody. If one cannot do good to others, it's okay, but one should not do any harm to others by word or deed. This is what our Bhagwan teaches. And Bhagwan went on to say that do not lie, observe all the virtues of Rama as much as possible. He's not saying that you have to become Rama, you have to be a Rama. He says in your state of mind, whatever you can follow, you follow that, at least you try. Trying is tapas. So one should try to follow the virtues as much as possible, and the most important among the virtues is not to hurt any being at all, either by word or by action. And the other is not to lie, not to steal, not to take something that belongs to others. You know, some people hoard money and they pride themselves over accumulating money in any way. But one day all that money will come in the form of a disease. And then they get admitted in the hospital and they spend lakhs of them. All that money will go for a treatment for a disease. So earn the money the right way and give to others whatever is their right. And do not hurt them by any word or action. And try and speak only the truth as you see it. And do not find fault with others. Because when you have one fault, when you have found out one fault about somebody, they will have 100 lined up about you. We know it is a common experience in life. You just throw one abuse, a word of abuse upon somebody, and they will have 100 words to throw at you. It's happening all the time. So, these are the virtues that we have to follow. if we chant the name to attain God, if God is the goal of your life, then you see that Nama Aparadha doesn't happen. Meaning, the Nama chanting has to be accompanied by self-control and discipline. And discipline is what? To follow the virtues as dictated by the ancient rishis. This is what we call Dharma. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Bhagwan, we pray to you, we beg you again and again, for that's all we can do. And that we do 1 crores, lakhs of times, millions of times, for you to intervene, to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to this world in all aspects of life, where there is now disharmony, disorder, chaos, and growing enmity between people and people, between countries and countries. And the affliction of diseases, uncontrollable, and furies of nature, they are taking over today's world. Bhagwan, how many times you have declared that you are the cosmic controller, that you run the whole cosmos. We beg you again and again to bring forth harmony, order, peace, and mutual understanding and help. And above all, the control of diseases and the control of nature. We also beg you to uproot all the negativities of the human mind which are responsible for today's world. We beg you again to reach out to all those people who have been stranded in varied parts of the world for some reason or the other, unable to get help or protection. We beg you again and again to reach out and do the needful. We also beg you to help and protect all those unselfish people who have been doing service to you, who have been working hard for the sake of the others from unhealthy remarks and criticisms and aspersion. We beg you again to promote the economy of the country and the growth in various fields of activity to their heights, so that very soon India would become the world teacher, conducting the other countries in the path of Dharma. We also beg you and pray to you in all earnestness and sincerity for ceaseless chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings. And Bhagwan, we beg you to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands, so that we do not hurt anybody, we do not hurt any animal or human being, either by word or by action, just as you have advised, that we do not do any harm to others. Please bless us to run our everyday life as an offering to you. And we need special blessings from you for not falling into the pit of Maya, for getting caught by the snares of Maya. We seek that ultimate state of bliss and peace, for which we need your supreme blessing. We take refuge in ceaseless chanting of your Nama and joyful service to you without any jealousy or unhealthy competition, and that in the spirit of surrender to you. Please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow, considering everything as coming from you by your will, and that's meant for our greater good and closer kinship with you. Then, slowly, as we get purified, we would be able to detect that living, pulsating, vibrant presence of yours in everything and everywhere. Bhagwan, please bless us to know that it is your will that's behind all the happenings of life. We need that bestowal of grace that would enable us to see, detect that hidden grace even in the cruel adversities of life, the devastating experiences of life. More often than not, we find ourselves lamenting over the adversities, resenting that you have let us down, and we put the blame on everyone else for our own failures, little realizing that it is by our own karmas we have invited the sufferings of life. But you, out of your compassion and generosity, will keep us in your fold no matter what, and convert all our difficulties into great blessings. Please bless us to be grateful to you even during the sufferings of life. We seek your blessings for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of misery they are, to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek dissolution of that disastrous ego, freedom from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, so that we be blessed with the immortal life, the eternal living and eternal servitude to you, that supreme eternal power. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.